Rolling, yeah? Okay, so who am I chatting to first of all?
Hi, I'm Tia.
Is this your first House of Happiness event then?
Yeah, I love it. It's wicked. It's my first sober rave, yeah.
Your first sober rave ever?
Yeah, technically I went to an NA convention boat party. That was my first. But this is like proper rave, you know?
And so how long have you been sober now then, or abstinent?
I think I'm 105 days today. Yeah, thank you. This is like the longest I've ever been in my life, so.
And so what prompted you to change then the way you were using before?
I think, not to sound really depressing, but my life got to the point where, you know, I was like suicidal when I used. Like alcohol took me to really dark places, drink, drugs. It would just take me to a darkness and like very isolating. And I was almost like a functioning alcoholic drug addict. Like I would go to work and use. And I had a few rock bottoms, but there was one really severe one, and I thought I can't do this anymore, so I reached out for help and ended up in rehab. But I was trying to do it on my own for like 6 years, and it was impossible.
So you had the sort of intention there, but you didn't know how to have the tools or how to really do it?
Yeah, the tools are so important. Like, they don't teach you how bad alcohol is when you're in school and stuff like that, and it's everywhere, you know?
Well, that's what I was interested as well about. So when you first got sober, how did it change your social life?
Well, I had to cut a lot of people out, firstly. But my social life improved, like my confidence and self-esteem came back, most importantly. And like a whole new range of opportunities, I guess, and like sort of things you'd never think to do when you drink. Like, drink almost gets you in your comfort zone, so you do the same things over and over, but it almost like opens up a new world of like fun and possibilities and experiences, you know?
Did you used to go clubbing before and raving and that?
Yeah, I used to go festivals, raving. I can't imagine myself in like a normal festival now. I don't know why. I need the same music, but not the same people around me, you know?
Well, what's different about here versus what's the different experience between clubbing today sober and clubbing before?
I just think there's no judgments. There's like, you know, you can just be yourself, let loose, and no one, can I swear?
No what, sorry?
Can I swear? Yeah. No one gives a fuck, you know? You're just being you, just being real. And yeah, the energy is great. It's sober. It's just... Isn't it? Are you in the rave as well?
No, I've been filming around, mate. It's really good though.
Yeah.
Though?
It's amazing. I'm like, oh my God, I love this energy. It's so good. But,
so is there any other sort of sober spaces you go to at the minute or not? Or is this the first kind of...
This is the first rave I've found. But I do, so like there's conventions for like people in recovery. And I'm going to a New Year's Eve one it's like a London convention for recovery people. And that will be New Year's Eve. That will be my like third sober event. But I'll just look up sober rave now and just go. Like I could go every weekend to this, you know? Yeah. Because like you don't wake up with the hangover. You have more money like left when you get home, everything.
It's interesting as well because they were chatting about how not having booze and drugs there does sort of cut out, not completely, but obviously a lot of certain behaviours. Like there's no, like even going in there with myself earlier, there's no sort of weird aggression from bloke, or there's no like creepy vibe. There's not not that it's going to disappear, but it's like you could tell it's definitely a lot sort of like safer and calmer than a normal club would ever be.
That is the word, safe. It is safe, and you know you're more aware of what you're doing, what you're spending. You know, it's just happy days for everyone, really.
Have you met people here then at the event, or?
I've got loads of people here, so I've got my little group over there. They're in recovery with me, and then I've just made friends with a load of gays, which is so fun.
Could you ever have imagined yourself before going to a sober event? Like say, so how long 100 so last year, let's say, could you imagine coming to a sober event?
No way. It wasn't even in my thought. I used to look down at people. Yeah. Like, honestly, I used to be like, what the hell, they're losers.
Is it like not seeing how people could do it or why they were sober or?
I think it's more of the how, because when I was using, I was very insecure, and I would use to like get that feeling of confidence, you know. But it's taken me into rehab with like a period of clean time to be able to rebuild that and feel comfortable going out without it. And it is uncomfortable at first, but you get used to it, you know. And it is tempting, you know, because I've been in this is the environment where you want to drink and liven up. But just not doing it's hard, but it's so worth it.
Do you drink non-alcoholic beers or anything like that, or are you away from that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I had 2 non-alcoholic beers today, which is crazy, but it's mainly Red Bull. Red Bull and coffee are like my new drugs, yeah, for real.
What would be your advice on as someone who's contemplating coming to a sober rave?
I would just say, dress however you want to dress, like feel good, make friends, be yourself, and yeah, have fun. Just have fun, be free.
Also, I was going to ask about, because I know this is like a LGBT thing as well. Was that part of you wanting to come here, or was it more just because it was a sober rave?
I think it's more to do with the sober rave, but I'm fully supporting of like LGBTQ. My friend who lives with me, he's obviously gay, and like we get along so well, and we've all like converged groups today, so it's been really, really nice. Loads of us connect. You connect better when you're sober.
It's more, we were talking about this earlier with the guy organising it about, there's a bit more, not that you can't have authentic connections when you're smashed, but it's a lot harder and it makes the sort of waters a bit more muddy. Whereas you're sober, you like, yeah, people are just more honest and sort of transparent off the bat. You don't have to like go through loads of...
Fake, is it? It just feels more natural, like, and genuine, I guess.
It's like you'd meet someone here when you're smashed, and then the next day you'd be like, oh, they're a knobhead actually. Because you're meeting people as they are, do you know what I mean?
So two-faced when you drink, but like in recovery, when you're normal, it's real, it's authentic. But yeah, are you a drinker?
No, a bit, yeah. But because basically I'm doing this, 'cause I used to do this job. I used to be a drug and alcohol worker back in Wales. So that's all went, but also because I realised that when loads of my clients were getting sober, they basically had nowhere to go and nowhere to like meet new people, which is why stuff like this sort of interests me, because it's like, I think it probably is, you need as much stuff like this so people, once you're sober, you can live a normal life and not like, because say in the beginning, like, so would you go to a pub now or not? Are you not in that point or?
I've been to a pub, it did give me anxiety though. But it wasn't a busy pub and I was eating, so it was, and I was around people. I think it matters who you're with. Like if I'm with drinkers, at the minute in early recovery, I don't feel like it's the best option. Like
I think that's the problem. I think it's because there's so many, like everything basically is just pub-centric in the UK, which means that if you're sober, especially in the beginning or even carried on, if you couldn't go to a pub, it would limit where you could socialise massively. Like you said, if it makes you anxious,
I know, it definitely, and that's why you have to sort of outsource other things to do. Like there's more to life than just going to a pub every day, you know? Because especially at Christmas time, it's like the pub is a place to go. The UK. But like somewhere like that, just Googling stuff and getting ideas for like new experiences, because I think that's the most important thing in recovery, is trying new things, like not going back to that same place, like where there's influence there. It's so easy to be influenced, like, you know, no matter how clean you are. I know addicts that have been clean 30 years and they relapse over like a prescription drug or just being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Did you have to cut off a lot of people when you first got sober or not?
Yeah, pretty much. I kind of made that decision while I was still using, because I think eventually it brought me to such a place of isolation that the only thing I had left to do was get myself clean, because I had nothing. I had no, you know.
So you'd already sort of cut people off whilst using, and then
Yeah. It took me to a place where I just didn't trust anyone. I didn't even trust my own decision making or myself, let alone like having other people in my life. And also my using made me really greedy. So I was like, right, more for me if I have no more.
No, I get that. I do like that.
Do you get me?
any final words of wisdom or advice for people in maybe considering sobriety or curious or anything like that?
I'd say let go and let God.
There you go. Thanks so much.
Like,